Hello, this is a quick guide demo of how to use Inventory Web Pro and set up your account and sign up for a subscription, as well as use Inventory Droid Pro, which is an Android-based system to sync inventory between multiple devices in your organization, and how to add and change inventory. First, you'll need to go to www.inventorywebpro.com and click on the sign up link on the top. There you can enter your information to start an account. After creating an account, you can go and choose your subscription, which is based on how many items you foresee having in the inventory. There you will be asked to enter some information and then click on checkout, which takes you to PayPal to finish your subscription based inventory. After you're done with your subscription, you can go and log in into your account, and there you can start by creating your first inventory register or multiple registers. So here we can create different registers. And each register is actually a location where you might have inventory, and you can move inventory between different registers and change inventory internally in registers. First, let's go into main inventory, which we just created. Here you can click on settings. In here you can change the name of your inventory, show timestamps of things happening, or create more categories which you can put your inventory under. In here you have a base set of fields which are created initially in the system. Those fields can be easily edited or a default value added to them. So let's say you don't have a receipt, so you can click on the receipt field and go ahead and hide it, which makes it hidden. Let's say you you don't care about currency, you can go in here and hide it. Or let's say you think your quantity always starts at 1 when you add something, because you're adding it because you have it. You can change that to make it a default. Or let's say your location is always top shelf, then you can make that a default. You can also create custom fields, which are in addition to all the base fields. Those custom fields come in many flavors. You can have alphanumerics, which are letters and numbers. You can have scannable alphanumerics, which show up with a scan button on your Android device, where you can click and scan a barcode. You can have numeric and scannable numerics. You can have alarms, which are a date set in the system, and when that date happens, you will get an email, and it's mostly used to reorder things on a certain date, or pay bills, or order something. You have a checkbox field, kind of like to say, is this taxable or not? A simple example. Okay, you have the option for lists, and lists are created in the form of drop-down boxes. So let's say my list. In here you'll say extra small, small, medium, large, extra large. Let's call those sizes. You can have date field. And you can have GPS, which will show up as a GPS option on your phone, where you can take a coordinate of something that shows up as a coordinates to open into Google Maps. And trigger is a reordering system, so you can have it trigger at when quantity falls below 10 or equal to 10 or larger than 10. It sends you an email to let you know that it's time to do something to your inventory, either reorder or add to it or remove from it. So from there on, now that we have the most of the fields set up, you can go into your main inventory and add the first item. You can add it here or through the phone. So you can choose a category, my item, you can choose a brand. If you notice, quantity is already 1, model number, purchase location is already set to top shelf. You can add a photo. You can add notes. You can choose from a drop down menu. You can say it's a taxable or not, and you can choose a shipping date. And now you have the inventory in here. You can add more photos to them. And other options will be, you can have a timestamp to know what happened. You can move inventory fields around. You can export them to CSV files, or with or without photos. You can import from CSV files that have the same format as what you exported. You can delete inventory, edit inventory, or search inventory here. If you go into your advanced settings option, you can view a log, and this log shows you everything that was done to this inventory and by whom. You can export this log to CSV, so you can have a history of what's going on in the system. You can create users. Users are extra accounts created under your main umbrella of accounts, and this would be for users to multiple users with different accounts, so that not all of them are admins on the system. So you can say create user, your user gets a username, password, same as the sign up. At the end here, you have the option to choose between team members, which have the same access as admins except for settings options, and viewers, which can view the inventory but cannot delete, add, or change any items in the inventory. And from there, you can go back to your other main inventory here. You can clone an inventory which clones the same settings. You can delete it or open inventory from here. So that's about it on Inventory Web Pro side. Now we're going to look at how to use Inventory Droid Pro and connect to Inventory Web Pro.